Right, before I start this video, I'm not clinically trained. I'm just talking about how I believe you can come out of depression. Because everything we know, if you know, you will understand that everything is energy. So, knowing that, just take a minute, just humor me. Sometimes we're even in a point, I've been there, where you don't even know that you're depressed. You're just watching life go by. You don't actually know that, hold on, I'm not living. I'm not enjoying myself. I don't have all the passions that I had. There's no passion. There's no desire. You're just there, you know? And you think it's normal, but it's not. Find those passions again. Discover yourself again. Discover the world that you're in. Especially, let's say, it happens anywhere, even if you're in the so-called best and most exciting place in the world. Yes? But let's say you are in boring, dry London. Have you searched online what there is to do today in London? You will find so many activities, even some that are free. But you're not interested in that. You want the ones that maybe you don't have the money to pay for to go and enjoy. Why? Try out all these events and meet new people. Sometimes it's not even about what you're doing. It's about the people that you meet, the company that you meet. And yeah, maybe every day will not be great as you want to go out and have a fun, have a blast and be like, wow, yeah, today was amazing. But just release the pressure of having that great expectation of how the day will be. Just feel, just enjoy. Walk down the street and appreciate. Learn again how to appreciate. Remember how to appreciate. I'm just looking out at the trees that's just, being blown in the wind. Just learn how to appreciate and value this life. Because no matter what you're going through, as you are alive, there is an abundance of things, a plethora of things that wants you to explore it, that is just waiting for you. Imagine you being in a game. I'm just hearing someone say, when I said abundance, when I said, if that's you, these words are triggering you. Imagine being in the game. Those words are triggering you. Just hear me out, please. Imagine being in a game. Yes, they say we're in a simulation. Imagine being in a game. And until you walk into that room, you will not know what's in there. You will not experience anything. If you're in this one room right now, all you'll see is what is in that room until you leave that comfort zone and put yourself that may be in a position that you don't know. You just don't know until you do it. Try and experience. Try and experience something new today. Even if it is just going out to the park. Even if it is just speaking to that person, saying hi. Just try. Because I feel like I wish I'm with you right now to just try and pull you out. But again, no matter how much I try, and the people around you try, if you're not doing it by yourself as well, if you're not taking action, all the efforts are in vain. Come out of that rot. You can do it. Don't listen to those negative voices in your head that are taking over you. Refuse to listen. Refuse to obey. Rebel against them. Because right now you're feeling comfort in that negativity. And that's what's drawing you down. But hate that negativity. Repel against that voice. And be free. While you're listening to me, you're feeling the freedom. You're also feeling the anxiety and the contradictions that are in your head. Lean towards the freedom. Know that you can do it. Know that you can break through. Know that you are free. You're as free as you want to be. It may feel like there's a force holding you down. It may, yes. But knowing that you can decide not to feel like that. I can be smoking right now and addicted to that cigarette. But that willpower to say, I'm dropping it now. Yes, and there's also that willpower to say, I'm not going to go back there again. I'm not going to smoke again. That willpower is something that we need to work on. It's something that we need to push ourselves each and every day in every aspect of our life, not just the issue, the area of depression. We must have heard that there's studies about being out in nature, about being active, that these things, they help combat depression. I was out with my children, it was last Saturday. I went for, it was like a sports day, kind of, fun and family day in the park that was set up by the community. And I had so much fun. I'm like, why don't they set up these things for adults? Why is it just children? There was, even because I'm like a very physical, very active person, I like to bring out all the strength that I have. So basically I was doing tug of war with the men, and trust me, I was letting some men off because I didn't want to embarrass them. I was, there was long jump. I didn't do the long jump. That was, just let the children do that. There was activities of, pulling up the big tires. You see that on TV, you see that on social media of the big tires that they're using to do exercise. I've never actually experienced that before, so I had the opportunity, a big tire there, I was pushing it. Yeah, it's kind of heavy, but not that heavy. Well, for me. And there was like a 60 kg square. I lifted that with one hand. It's like, wow. Is that really 60 kg? Yeah, because I can just lift it up with one hand. I think I'm a sly superwoman, actually. On the D-low. Maybe when I activate some things within me, you'll see me like Superman, really. Superwoman, I guess. So, no. I say all that because I came back that day feeling so full of energy. And it's the same way as well when you go to the gym, after exercising your body, whether it's in the gym itself or doing a class, you're filled with energy. So what is it? It's that motion. You've got to get yourself moving. You've got to get yourself moving. You can't stay stagnant. Look at the water, how it flows. You can't get stagnant water. You can see it's in one place. breeding bacteria, breeding just lower energies, lower frequencies. But when you have that flow, when you have that movement, you see the life in the water. Look at the spring water. Look at the movement of the sea when it's, free from our pollutions. You can see the different forms of water. We can liken that to our spirit. We can liken that to ourselves. How are we letting the energy flow through us? How are we letting the energy flow through us? Our emotions are likened to the waters. When I'm speaking to my children, and obviously, it's for everyone, how we control our emotions. How are your waters feeling? How do we control our waters? How do we heal our waters? How do we cleanse our waters? How do we nurture our waters? One, you cannot separate yourself from the food that you eat. It directly impacts your feelings, your waters. It directly impacts your health. It directly impacts everything about you. You just can't separate yourself from eating well, drinking well, and how you feel. You can't separate yourself from that movement. So I'll just leave you with these two things. The movement, and you remember the food that you're eating, what you're drinking. You can see that an alcoholic, you can see how the waters of an alcoholic is. Okay? So I'll just leave you those two things to try today to do. In fact, I don't like that word. Don't try. I'll use the words, if you don't do it, then try again. Yes? But don't try. Just do it. You can do it. Just do it. Change something about the way you're eating. Change something about the way you're drinking. And get moving. And don't be looking for gigantic steps. If you're going to push for a gigantic step, if you're going to just do it, go outside your house, run around, and eat healthy the whole day, great. But don't beat up on yourself. There is so much power in small daily steps. Okay, I'll just leave you with that. Remember, what you're consuming and what you are doing physically with your body. What you're consuming, it covers broad things apart from just the food and drink. Yes? So if you know you're consuming depressive things as well, suicidal thoughts, what you're consuming inside your mind and what you're consuming, maybe watching things, listening to things, these are all things that you're consuming and allowing to take influence, to control your waters. Okay? Remember, our body's made up of how many percent of water? Excuse me. So let's remember this. Let's keep it to mind. Write it down so it can help you keep it in your mind as well. Because you may listen to this, okay, you're feeling some hope. Then the next minute, it's gone and the rest of your environment is controlling you. Don't let that happen. Jot some things down. Keep it where you can see it. And act on it. Force. It's with force you have to do it. With force you have to, your will is not going to be activated by, your will is going to be activated by you standing up and doing something. The things that I've said to you, I just want to get it out there, and I hope that you're able to grab and use these points, use these tips to be able to change something right now. All right, peace out, guys. Love.
like blurry.